All right, so we are live. Good evening, everyone. Let's get some people up in here. Come on, come on. We got some conversation to happen up in here. In just a minute, soon as I see some people start to come in, then we'll get into introductions. Okay, say who is who doing what, all of that. So we'll go ahead and get started because I'm like, a minute late. So we'll go ahead and get started. I start with myself for those who do not know and that's watching on YouTube, right? I'm Leona Clark and I'm active through the military. I'm also an investor and day trader and mommy and wife and everything else. Pretty much I have my hands in multiple pots. And I have two beautiful women here that is a part of, we're all a part of the same family and we do some of the same things and they are moving and shaking. So I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves, tell everyone just a little bit about yourself before we get into this conversation. Miss Jamie.
Well, what's up? What's up? I am Jamie Lowry. I am also into I'm a forex trader, investor. I also own a business, Tilly's Jewelry. I design custom design jewelry. I wanted to go international. It's really just shooting off. Took a launch this year, so I got a little bit of dab in, you know, like a little bit of retail. I have my launch coming up soon next month for my Tilly's Jewelry website, and you can follow me at Tilly's Jewelry on Instagram or Facebook. And I also, like I said, we are all a family here. We met each other through forex trading, and pretty much that. I'm a mommy too, a wife of coming up my anniversary September 1st, 13 years.
Hey.
So
Ooh, wow.
yes, I have two gorgeous, beautiful children. I have a 12-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. So love my kids, and I'm happy to be, a part of each and every one of those, with each and every one of them, their lives, and it's just exciting time. I'm excited. Thank you for having me on today,
Yes, ma'am.
Leona.
Awesome. Now, some of y'all, if you watched last week, you know who this lady is, but we're gonna have her introduce herself again. So come on, Miss Queen.
Thank you, Leona. Um, my name is Queen Daniel. My background is chemical engineer, and I'm a businesswoman. I'm a trader and investor. I do a couple of businesses. Also a skincare formulator. I formulate natural skincare products, and I'm glad to be a trader and an investor. So happy to meet wonderful people like Leona and Jamie and a whole lot of them. With the distance, the technology has made it so close, for us to be together. So I'm so glad to be here today.
Awesome. So we're gonna do a little bit different, type of conversation than last week. But we're gonna try to give a little bit of information as well. So, if y'all can, if you want to know anything when we're talking about business, trading, whatever, like this is the time to get on. And if y'all have questions, I ask that you still put them in the comment section so that way when we do this again next week, we can start to address some of the questions and concerns that people have. So it's not just us coming up with stuff, just because that's what we think you want to know, or you don't have the understanding of something. Like now we know this is exactly what it is that you want to know more about when we're talking about building a business, day trading, whatever it is. So my question to you ladies is, being a child of business owners and everything. So prior to becoming a business owner and a day trader, do you feel that your time was valued wherever you were? And why do you feel it was, or why not do you feel it was not valued, your time? Miss Jamie.
Yeah, prior to me day trading, I worked as a retail business manager. So my background is fashion marketing and also business. So I've been in retail. I've been a business manager for over like 10 plus years. So as far as a business manager in a retail space or environment, as you know, you have a schedule 9 to 5, or either it could be a closing schedule. However, you have to be on a schedule, period. You have a limited amount of vacation time or whatever it is, but you're on a schedule. You have to be there at a certain time, clocking in at a certain time, you know, um, so to speak. Yeah, if you listen, it just depends on salary based. Are you hourly? However, what I say was it as far as my time. No, I was very much happy and thrilled when I was able to leave the retail world. I call it the retail world because it is a retail world. You're in the fashion business, and you're in another totally different world with fashion. I've done a lot of little tidbits. I've been a fashion director. I've also been a PR director where I've trained models and actors. So I've been in that space of the fashion world. So, but as far as it was a fast pace, a busy pace for me, and I had like zero amount of time for anything else. It was just pretty much that. But and I enjoy people. I've always been a people person. But when I had kids, it was taking my time away from them. And then it was just because I would have to be on a schedule. I would drop them off somewhere, or somewhere, make arrangements for them to be somewhere while I was at work. But no, my time was taken. But when I became a business owner, of the business that I'm in now, and with forex trading, my time has been redeemed back to me. So I was so excited when I decided to leave the 9 to 5 type of job, and was able to now start my own business, and set my own schedule, set my own pace. I've had time to take care of my kids and have that one-on-one time with them, and it's been wonderful. So when I left, I just had a sense of freedom, because I was able to manage my own time, and have that value more directed to my kids, and not miss those priceless moments of them growing up.
Right.
So I hope I
Right.
answered
I
Yeah.
hear
your
you.
question.
Yeah, I hear you
Yeah.
on that. So I'm gonna go to Miss Queen, and then I'll say a quick something,
Okay.
or if y'all say everything that I was gonna say, I just go on to something else. So
All right.
go ahead, Miss Queen.
Okay. I think mine is different because it will amaze you that I've never worked for anyone. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I've always,
yes.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. Yeah, I've always worked for myself, and I lost my husband almost 10 years ago, and I've been able to raise my daughter alone, and thank God for the time of having to work for myself. So I had all the time to spend with her, So you see, both of us, we are like best friends, because I've spent so much time with her, all these years. So I think my time has been valued because I've learned a lot of skills in terms of business and all that. Um, like Jamie said, she's a people's person, but I've never really been a people's person. But business has taught me to really,
Mm,
go out there, come out of my shell, so that's my. It's a little different. So I've never really experienced the 9 to 5 thing. No.
that is such a blessing. I'm
Yeah.
happy for you that you didn't have to go through that
Yeah,
Hey,
and
you have not missed it.
at all.
Not at all.
yeah, yeah. But the
Not at all.
twist is that having to be a day trader, I work from home, so I really don't have to go out there trying to get clients and all that. You're just in the comfort of your home. If you
Right.
feel hungry, you can step into the kitchen. If you want, if you're thirsty, you step into the kitchen to pick your water. You can just be in the house and do so many things. So it's really been a great time trading. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to say, I'm happy for you that you're able to do that. Like you didn't have to worry about that because I just speak for me. I've been working since I was 16 years old. So I had my little McDonald's and Taco Bell job before I joined the army, right? And once I joined the army, y'all know there are people out there that's watching. When you join the military, your time is not your time. Period. It's
Yeah.
gone. Don't
Right.
expect to be, oh well, I can go do. No, you are a soldier 24/7. And
Yeah.
so sometimes people may, I will speak for me. I feel and I felt that sometimes people abuse the fact that you can't say no. So you're on their time. Your time is not valued. So if someone was to say, hey, we need to meet at 1500, which is 3 o'clock, but then they show up at 15:30, which is 3:30. Okay,
Mm.
but I had stuff I had to do. I stopped what I was doing or I shifted my schedule so I could be here at this meeting at 3 and you show up at 3:30, but I can't do anything, because you outrank me. So for me, trading is my way of, number one, I would not be working for anybody when I retire come December. And then two, is me being able to, I'm not going to say get my time back, but I have the opportunity to enjoy what Miss Queen has been enjoying her entire adult life and not having to work for anybody. But I'll be able to finally enjoy that and breathe, not have to worry about clocking in, having to be at formation, beating traffic, having to wait at the gate to get my ID scanned and everything, and everybody else is doing the same thing I'm doing. I don't have to worry about that now. So that's the blessing for me with being able to trade is I get to have my time. I get to set my schedule, like Miss Queen said. You do whatever you want to do pretty much because you have that freedom to do it. So,
Right.
since we already know y'all are business owners and traders, so what would you say is one of the biggest pros to stepping away? Well, I'll leave this to Jamie then. So, what is one of the biggest pros to you for stepping away from your 9 to 5, your retail world?
Oh, for me, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
The best pro for me, um, I would have to say freedom. When you like I said, when you're working for someone else, you go by what they tell you. And if you do something totally different, there are consequences.
Right,
Because
right,
it's like, oh, you go by their schedule. Even though, like I said, I was a manager, which I pretty much set everybody else's schedule that I was over, I still had to be in the leadership position where I would say, I had to lead by example. So, so what I expect from them, I had to produce. You know what I'm saying? So it was
mm-hmm,
no way fighting against it. Like I couldn't show up late, because I was telling them not to show up late. So
yeah,
they would come back to me and say, well, you're the manager, you don't show up late. I need you, and I'm telling them, be on time. I need you to and I had to lead by example. I was in responsible, situations and positions. So I had to, a lot of times be a little bit pressured more than them. They wouldn't feel the pressure that I would feel because them being just, the employees or the associates that were up under me. So it was a little bit challenging, but but I mean, not, toot my horn, but that's pretty much any job that I was in. It was some type of management that I had to. So I knew that came with it. The
right,
pressure of managing people, I knew it came with it. So, but when I was able to just branch out on my own, start my own business, and become my own, on my own boss, then it was more freedom for me because now I'm not under pressure to perform for somebody else to make that type. I'm making money for you.
mm-hmm,
But I wasn't seeing that a lot of my, that money coming to me. I worked in retail for like over, like I said, 10 plus years, but it's like with trading, I can actually work for myself and then I can see actually the results and the produce from it, because it's like I'm doing this, and I'm seeing the results, and I can actually invest my my money into investment funds or whatever for my kids and attain generational wealth, because now I'm at a point where I'm free to do that, and I'm not, at a clock. It's like it's a different mindset. And so yeah, I enjoy. I just had, it was just a sense of freedom for me, because it was like, now I don't have to be making money, just making you money and making you grow. And now I can
Right,
actually make
right.
money for myself, for my children and their
So
children.
that leads me,
Yeah.
because you mentioned a good point where you're able to branch out pretty much. So what are some of the we already know about the trading being able to free up more time. So I know I had that as a question, but you mentioned a good point where trading has pretty much made other opportunities available to you because of your connections and stuff in the trading community. So can you kind of be, and this is for Miss Queen too, can you kind of be a little more specific, like what opportunities have been made available to you outside of trading because of the trading network that you've been a part of?
Okay. Well, other opportunities for me, I mean, and that's it. The net worth alone, the people that you encounter, that you sort of you can that you're in the space with, these are people, that are millionaires, pretty much have already gotten the results. So you're in a circle of people who already done got results, and you can
Right,
see the fruit of their labor. So it's like,
Mhm.
it's in to be able to be in that type of space and see the fruits of people's labor. It stimulates something in your mind to say, okay, if they can do
Yeah.
it, I can too.
right,
And it's you don't in most cases, if you had a 9 to 5 job, you just around the average, and not knocking 9 to 5 jobs. Some 9 to 5 jobs are awesome. It just depends on your field or your whatever your trade you do. But I'm just speaking about me personally. I was not around those type of people who thought outside of the box, who thought millionaire, who had that type of wealthy mindset. It was just whatever I did. It was like a rat race. It's like do like a robot. You did this is every single
yes,
day, every single day, every single day. And now you're around the people who can take you out of that mind. That I call it that mindset where you just average thinking, but you get people that sort of nudge you out of that average thinking mindset, and show you what you actually have that you didn't even think you had in you. You
right,
know,
right.
so I, I've learned, that I can pretty much. I didn't know some things that I had in me. I didn't even really realize I had. You know, things just like, we talk all the time because I'm always calling you. Things that you tell me, I'm like, oh, I could do that. Okay, yeah. And I'm thinking about, I'm just thinking, okay, so what, how do I do this? And you'll hop on and say, well, you can do this like this. And I'm like, wow, okay, okay, I'm doing it. So, oh, sorry, my light went off. But it's just things that you didn't really think you had the ability to do, and you learning it, and then you got people who's
Mm-hmm.
willing like you to help people, and you got women trying to build and empower each other, and not really trying to compete against each other,
Mhm.
but they know who they are, and they value
Yeah.
themselves, and you don't have to worry about this person over here trying to do this to you. And that was it 9 to 5 job. Everybody was trying to step on your feet. Everybody want to hit the top. But
Yeah,
in this space, it's not like that. It's just partner up with each other and build each other, because everybody wants to see each other win, and I love that.
great. So, Miss Queen, same question for you.
Okay. Sorry, I had issues with my internet. I had to go off and come back in.
You good?
Okay. So,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, so the question pretty much is like, since joining and starting to trade, what opportunities have been made available to you? Like, what is it that you gain more of since joining the trading community?
Okay, a lot. And even with the last question you asked, Miss Jamie, yes, I've always had all my time, all the time, but with trading, it's like more freedom,
Hmm.
more time. And if you observe, I've always been on calls, even on late night hours. And you can imagine if you're working for someone and you have to go to bed 3 a.m., 4 a.m. You can imagine having to wake up in the morning to go to work. So for me, it's really a big thing. And
Mhm.
there's something I always say: because you work for yourself does not mean you'll be lazy. Because I
Right.
discovered I've been putting in more work. I've been putting in more work because there's just so much to do. There's a
Mhm.
lot, and the trading space just make it so easy for us. We have mentors. We have we're just like family. If you need anything, you call on someone. You just hop into a call, and everything is explained to you. So it's so easy. You don't have any excuse. You don't have any excuse to say you can't do this. It's so easy. It's easy. There's nothing difficult about this. If you're finding anything difficult, everybody is there to hold your hands and they will help you.
Mhm.
Even there are times I don't understand anything and I call on Leona and I get on the call with her, and she's not nobody will laugh at you. No. Nobody's gonna
Right.
mock you. Everybody's just
Yeah.
there for us. Everybody wants you to win, and that is the spirit. It's really it's really fun trading as a family in this space. Yeah. So,
So
and
I'm.
okay,
Oh,
let me get to the other opportunities that I've also learned while being
yeah.
in this space. Okay, I'm learning other investment opportunities which I never knew about. Like I said in the other life we had, I used to think it's only male that are in this space. I never knew that a lot of ladies in this space, where everybody is learning how to invest.
Yep.
I think one thing that really excites me most that I just learned is how to trade gold. And for me, that is really, and thanks to Leona. So yeah, you just get this opportunity, your mentor come and discover a particular investment and tells you about it. But if you're not in this space, how do you know this? How do you learn
Right.
if you're not in this space?
Yeah.
So huge opportunity in this space. Not just trading. There's just so much in this space, that you can't even comprehend. Yeah.
That so you brought up a really good point about other things outside of trading.
Mm,
So I was talking to Sean
okay.
about this, but so I obviously I have properties or whatever, and I want to get to the point to where I have multiple properties, residential and commercial, right?
Mm,
We have so many people that is in this space because they make their own money in trading, right? They share information
mhm,
all day,
Yep.
every day. It's so much stuff, whatever profession, market, field, whatever it is that you can think of. There is somebody in the trading community that is doing that and they will share the information because
yeah.
they know that they can pull the money out of the market. So no matter what you do, they're still going to make their money. They're
Mhm,
still going to have the opportunity to hit whatever monetary goal they have daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly, right? So now that I've been in this circle,
Right.
right, and I have this family here, and everybody sharing information, like I didn't know, how to go about purchasing silver until Dr. Jewel was talking about it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know
Yeah.
how to go about gold. Obviously, like I said, with the real estate, like that was the thing that attracted me to, coming over here is because the individuals were talking about real estate. And I was like, so I get to learn how to trade and be better at trading.
Mhm,
And I get to learn something that I want to do, get more information on what I want to do too.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in there. Like that was the mindset for me. And you mentioned it, Jamie, about having that wealthy mindset. In order for us to
Yep.
do that, we have to study the
Mm,
wealthy. We have to study their schedules, their habits, their do's, their don'ts. Watch these interviews. Get on their lives when they're talking and stuff. listen to the language. They have a different language that they speak
Yeah.
than us common folks. You know what I'm saying? But but seriously,
And,
if you study
and you
them,
know,
then that's
Deanna,
when you get to learn that.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am. Go ahead.
You know, and like you said, it's basically when I to piggyback on the wealthy mindset, it's the exposure that you get from all of these individual people. And what I do, I'm very good at picking people's minds, and it may sound weird, but I mean what I mean by that is I'm grasping on to your mind to see exactly what it is that I need, to learn. And what I've
Mm-hmm.
learned about this particular space is to always be a student. You know, you should always be a student of learning because you never know. I don't ever say I know I know everything.
Yep.
I'm always in a position of learning because you never know. You never know what you don't. If you think you know everything, you will never grow. So I'm always and then like I said, in this space, it gives you so much exposure of things that you thought you never could ever, you ever dream of. Okay, I've never thought about that. I've never been there. And
Right.
you're seeing people, being successful. You're seeing people, break the ranks and gains, financially freedom. And you like, in your mind, you like, I know. And I'm just like this, if they can do it, I can do it. And it's just that motivational. It's just like, yeah, okay. And I want to say one thing too about, and I was telling you how this space helps people win. We have that winning mentality. We want to see everybody win. And the root thing is that we got to understand that everybody has their role.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their role when it comes to a family, when it comes to, a team. Everybody has their role that they play. And everybody's position is important. you know so like you, for example, you a teacher, you help, help other people learn things that they may not know, or you bring out things that, to help others, help motivate others and help people get on track. And then that's you, that's your role right there. And you do a great job at that. And then Queen will come along, put her sauce on it, and show you how to, do whatever she has been rolled to do. And I'm just talking about Queen. I know you come back on. I'm talking about just the area of
Okay.
when we winning together. We all
Okay.
have roles that we play. So, and I'm saying that just to say, when we see these people that are on different, and I don't even say on different levels, but who are winning, who you see winning, just
Mm.
know that you are in that particular arena too. You're in that space to win. And you shouldn't compare. You should just say, okay, it's my time, and I'm just capitalizing on the time that I can actually, be in those positions, be in those, the ranks, whatever it may be, whatever you desire to be, wherever you desire to go. But
Mm.
it's you have an individual, contribution to the team. So nobody's bigger than nobody, nobody's little than anybody. Everybody's important. Everybody that's on the
Mm-hmm.
team, that's playing on the team, what I'm saying, is important. Your role is important. You are important to it. If we didn't have you, we would be lacking something that we need. So that breaks that thing of, I got to compete. I like competition, but I like good competition. Well,
Mm-hmm.
competition don't necessarily have to be me trying to dominate you, get on top of you, make you go down. Competition, really good competition, is when everybody's winning and you see
Mm.
your team player on the ground, and you move and you get them up, because we gonna do
Yeah.
this together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This ain't I can't win on my own. I need you too.
Mm-mm.
So that's competing. When you compete together, you're competing you're not competing. I'm not competing to beat you. I'm competing to make us all win. That's a competitor when they want to see the
Yeah.
whole team win and not just
I'm
Mm.
themselves. You
so
know what I'm saying?
glad. I am
Mm.
so glad you said that, because there's something that I know I attempt to drive that point home, but I think you did that with when you were talking about the competition and competing and stuff, because you don't. I hope that people understand is you do not have any competition in trading. Trading does not care. These markets do not
Right.
care what you look like, your background, any of that. Only thing that matters is can you see what you're seeing and have the emotional intelligence and are aware of the psychology of trading to
Hmm.
go in here and pull money out of the market.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter PhD or not. It doesn't matter, how many children you have. Like who cares if you have 5 kids? So what? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Certain jobs, they discriminate against you if you're a single parent, right? Or they make it harder for you if you have multiple children and you're a
Hmm.
single parent, or you have multiple children and you married. Whatever it is, like there are certain things that when you have a normal 9 to 5 or whatever, there is
Hmm.
some type of discrimination
Yeah.
in that job. It may not be blatant, it may be
Mm-hmm.
discreet, but there is some type of discrimination in that job. And I'm not knocking anybody because I've been doing it my entire adult life. But at some point, if you get to a point in your life where you say, I'm not happy with where I am, I'm so
Hmm.
sick and tired of getting up, I'm tired of this alarm, and I have to get up and get in this car and I have to drive however many miles and however many minutes or hours to get to work, only to have to sit here and listen to somebody blah 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 all day, and they're wasting my time because this meeting could have been held on Zoom.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's stuff like that. So that's just something to really, really think about. There is no competition in trading
Yeah. And for me,
as far as, up against somebody else. It's not. Go ahead, Queen.
yeah,
Right.
and for me too, one thing that really amazed me in this space is having to see the 6 figures, 7 figures, and they're so humble. You know,
Right,
Yeah.
yes, they're so
right,
Right.
humble, ready to pour out everything they have, to others to ensure that you know what you're doing. For me, it's different. I've not seen this anywhere. Nobody is holding any information. They're just pouring everything out just for you to get it. For you to make it. It's really um it amazes me, in this space. Nobody's saying that, okay, because you're not making anything, because you're P150, because you're just down there, nobody's looking down on you. They just see everybody as equal. It's really,
mm-hmm,
Right.
yeah, so it's those things there are things that you can't find elsewhere.
right, right.
Yeah.
That reminds me about how they're pouring into you. So I was listening. I told Jamie earlier. I was listening to an interview with Tony Robbins. So a lot of people know him, right? So I was listening to this interview, and he was talking about how he's able to successfully juggle multiple businesses and everything, right? And he said obviously there's different keys in finding the perfect leadership or the right leadership and everything like that. But he said he goes over his 7 and 7, and then he started to name it. But I noticed I wrote it down, right? Because remember, if we want to have the wealthy mindset, what do we have to do? We have to study the
Yeah.
wealthy, right? So I'm writing, taking my notes. He only gave 5. Now, if it's 7 things, start what other 2? You don't have to worry about that in the trading community because guess what? It doesn't matter how much you bake, it's not going to negatively impact me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you every bit of information because guess what? You may not have that mindset to go in here and pull what I'm pulling out of the market. You may
Right.
not have that psychology of trading down, so therefore you still won't be able to pull what I pull out of the market. So I can give you every best practice, every thing to look out for, things to avoid. I can do all of that, and you still may not get what I get because we are two different individuals and our mindsets are
Mm.
different, right? So I don't need to hoard information. I don't need to say, oh, well, I can't share that with you. That's the reason why I'm doing the day trading 101, because I'm like, why not give the information? It's on you to take it. right? It's on you to apply it. Everybody's different.
Right.
So I'm glad you mentioned that, because we really have to, as a collective, this is just human beings, period. I would love it if we could just kind of get away from viewing everybody as competition and start working with each other.
Yeah.
We would be in a much better
Yes.
position in this world, period, if we would stop viewing every person as competition and start
Mhm.
working with each other.
Yeah. That's
I
true.
Yes.
mentioned it earlier, like how in the world we have so much poverty in the United States, right? And so many homeless people, when we have over 600 billionaires in this country. We have the most billionaires in the world in the United States, and we
Yep.
still have all of these people that are living in poverty and are homeless. That is ridiculous.
Called
It
greed.
is ridiculous. It is like, that's
Called
crazy to
greed.
me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Greed.
So definitely I appreciate y'all for bringing up some really good points.
Mm.
And I hope that people are taking heed to this and getting with someone. You know, if I'm not your cup of tea, that is okay. Go talk to Miss Jamie. You know, after we're almost done or whatever, she's gonna tell you again how to reach her. Same thing with Miss Queen. Wherever you're at, whether you're in the United States, whether you're in England, whether you're in on the continent of Africa, like wherever you're at, reach out to somebody. One of us is your cup of tea, okay? You know, one of us is. So just reach out, because the opportunity is there. Is no more excuses. Honestly, there's no excuse to not go out here and pull money, and have additional income. So now my question to y'all is, because this will be it, so that way y'all can go on, and spend time with your families and stuff. And I know Miss Queen probably about to go to bed over there in Nigeria. So, but what advice would you give to someone that says that they don't have enough time to learn how to trade? Go ahead, Miss Jamie, since you're in the center.
The, the advice I would give to the advice I would give to someone who says they don't have enough time to trade. Find some time. Sit, and
Oh my
it's got to
God.
be something going on with the priorities, and and it's a lot of times people don't have enough information about a particular thing. So
Mhm.
sometimes they don't, because anybody, they'll make time for something they know that's going to benefit them.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Right.
I would say it definitely, after you hear the information, from either one of us, whoever that you have linked up with or partnered up with here on this call, once you've heard the information, know that we are something, that I wouldn't put myself, attach myself to something that I knew wasn't going to be fruitful, that
Mm.
wouldn't help anybody. I'll just say it blunt. This has been my assignment. It's something that I don't have no choice to do. People have decisions to, but I believe this particular role of mine in trading and sharing the information to the world is an assignment for me. And
Right.
it's to get people, to know about this information is possible, because like you said, this world is not, no, it's not getting brighter. Is I mean I'm being real. It's getting to a point where we're going to need to know this digital space and to know this digital outlet, because it's going
Mhm.
to the digital world. And
Yeah.
if you are not aware or have nothing at all about, even Zoom, don't even know what Zoom means. It's some things we got to up to date our education on. And like I'm saying, this is something that I've been assigned to do, to help people, learn about and educate their minds about having a, changing their mindset to a wealthy mindset. Because, like I stated in one of my posts, I said, how do the wealthy stay wealthy? The wealthy stay wealthy because of their mindset, of what they've always known how to. They don't in crisis situations, they don't panic,
No.
because they have certain things that they have put in place to keep them from any type of crisis. And
Mm.
this is an avenue, this is a vehicle. Trading is a vehicle for wealth, to accumulate wealth, not just wealth, generational wealth, not just for you, but for you and your children, you and your future generations. So why not just not just take this avenue, take this vehicle, and just see how great you could be. I mean, I signed I mean, my sister came aboard to it, and she just doing awesome. And she was a type of, introvert. She didn't really want to, learn it. And, this is something new. I don't know about this. But once she got a hold of it and started understanding what it was about, she's like skyrocketed. And so, and to encourage to see that, I want to see that for everybody. So I just want to know, I want to just extend it, whoever's watching now, if you don't have any idea what we're talking about, get with one of us, and we will definitely share the information with you so you can, better your lives for your future and for your future generations. So definitely.
I appreciate that. I was keeping a mental note. So you were talking about how the wealthy, they don't panic, right? So I'm going back to the Tony Robbins. See, everything happens for a reason. I don't know why I clicked that video to listen to him, but I was like, I keep hearing his name. Let me listen to him talk, because his name is, constantly mentioned. So he talked about his first time holding a seminar, and something happened where they pretty much told him he can't have his seminar at that particular location. And if he sat here and stood on that stage, that he was going to go to jail, right? So you know what he did? He talked to his assistant and stuff. He was like, look, we're going to have this seminar on the go. Like that. The people still came. The people still got the information, and he still became a millionaire because he made a split decision and was like, I'm going to adjust to my circumstances. I'm not going to just say, oh, well, yes, the seminar is over. No, he became creative, came up with a way to do it, and he still got it done. And those people paid, and he got his money, and he became a millionaire. Mm-hmm. But the mindset has to be there, like Ms. Jamie said. You have to change your mindset. You have every resource available to you. If Miss Jamie don't know the answer, she gonna call somebody to get it. If Miss Queen don't know the answer, she gonna call somebody to get it. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to call someone to get it, because we know too many people that are professionals that have been doing a lot of different businesses for way longer than we have, right? So Miss Queen, right. I wanted to just make sure I said that before I forgot. Miss Queen, same question to you. What's some advice that you would give, or what advice would you give to someone that says that they don't have enough time to learn how to trade?
Okay, Miss Jamie has really said a lot. So what I would say is that, except you have all the money in the world and you don't need more money, then you can say you don't have the time. But if you know you want money, yeah, you want money, and
right,
you will create the time. You will create the time. We have the 6-figure earners in the space, the 7-figure earners, and they trade themselves. That's the amazing part. They don't give somebody to trade for them. They do it themselves. They are rich. They have money, but they still do this themselves. So what I would say is that create the time. And I know there's some people that have some wrong ideas about day trading. They have wrong perception about Forex trading. Some people think you have to sit on the screen from morning to night, 24 hours. So that's what they think, So that is why information is power. If you don't understand it, you reach out to anybody. Reach out to Leona, to Jamie, to me. You don't even have to be ready to pay for your education. You don't even have to, even if you don't know anything, just reach out to us, and the information is free. We'll give you this information. So you understand the space is all about. You can create 30 minutes of your time. You can create 1 hour to get into those videos, the academy to study. So I don't think there's anything like you don't have the time. You can create it. There's something about the wealth I've learned, that the wealth they have money working for them while they are sleeping. So if you've gotten to that point where you can sleep and money is working for you, then you can relax and say you don't have the time. But if you're not there yet, then you create the time. It's trading is not difficult. Like our mentor will say, if you can read ABCD, you can trade. Just know your point. Just read A, B, C, D. You can trade.
Yep.
So it's easy. You can create the time, you know. And trading is so much fun. I say trading is sexy. You know, I get so excited when I'm trading. It's not something that is difficult. It's something you can plug into. Just reach out to any of us and ask your questions, all your doubts, anything you don't understand. The most important thing I would say this evening is that just have a paradigm shift. Don't keep don't You have a mindset in the past where we're in a different world today. Jenny said that we are in a digital space right now. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of things are going digital. Don't sit there, you don't even know how to download Zoom. You know, sometimes I try to reach out
Okay.
yeah, you know that a lot of people they don't even know how to download Zoom. So you need to change your thinking. You need to start thinking different. Join a space of people that will teach you these things. So
Definitely.
there's no such thing like I don't have the time. You can create a time,
That's
you
right.
know. Yeah.
Definitely. So for me, I know because y'all have brought up so many great points, and I just end with, right now, if you are saying, you don't have the time still after hearing everything that Miss Jamie and Miss Queen said, that's just an excuse. You know, now I understand that trading is not for everybody. Okay. Just
Mhm.
like, being a business owner is not for everyone. Being in the retail world is not for everyone. Being a chemical engineer is not for everyone. I understand that. But my thing is, how do you know if it's something that kind of piqued your interest? How do you know if you will, one, have the time to do it, two, if you're going to have the ability to do it if you don't even try, right? So it sounds to me sometimes when people make certain comments, it's an excuse. If you're not interested, you say that's not something that I would prefer to do, then that is great.
Mhm.
But if you are attracted to it for whatever reason, whatever your why is for wanting to trade, then take the bet. Like, bet on yourself. That's it. Bet on yourself. You, like Miss Queen said, you can make the time, right? Because especially if you are not a multimillionaire already and a billionaire, and you have multiple businesses and they're duplicatable, and your money is just circulating constantly all day, every day, then make the time so that way you can know if this is something you're able to do or not, right? So
Right.
with that being said, I really want to thank y'all for coming on. If you can, I want y'all to just do it one more time for everyone. Let them know, how to reach you. If there's anything you're doing outside of trading, day trading or whatever, just kind of let them know because they may, link up with you for some other reason besides day trading, because that's attractive to them. So go ahead, Miss Jamie, since you're in the center.
Okay. Okay. Well, yes. Other than trading, I also, which is like I said, it's like my trade. It's the bread and butter. But also, I have it's called Tilly's Jewelry. I am a jewelry designer. So I do a different custom design work for just pretty much bracelets. I do have a site coming up next month that will be where you can actually shop online. This is you getting the exclusive right now because nobody knows this. So it's coming up soon where people can actually go online and look at my bracelets, look at all my collections that I've designed. And you can, I'm on Instagram and Facebook at Tilly's Jewelry. That's Tillys Jewelry. And that's on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow me there. And then, if you need a customized braces for you or a gift, I do men's, children's, adults, women, all over. And I have a consultation with you, ask you what you like, and then I also just to your own personal design. It is just for you. So that's pretty good. That's it.
Awesome. Okay, come on. Now, Miss Queen, go ahead and let everybody know what you have
Okay.
going on and where to reach you.
All right. Okay. So when I'm not trading, I'm busy formulating products for your skin. I've recently been working a lot on people that suffer from acne because that's what I suffered for so many years. So yeah. So that was what took me to learning how to formulate skincare products. So you can reach me on Kefina Naturel, both on Facebook and Instagram. You know.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all I got. For those of y'all that have been following me, you already know. I'm doing everything pertaining to finances because I want to see all of our people become financially literate. So that is my focus. So that is what Prosperity Calls is all about. And that's on Facebook, and as well as the website is already up, and that's www.prosperitycalls.com, and you see my Instagram on the screen. So, if you have any questions, um, whatever I do not know pertaining to it, trust me, I will get the information because I want to see all of us win, be it trading and outside of trading. I want us to win. We have no time to waste, honestly, and especially, and I just want to end this with this because I said it earlier and I'm going to say it as much as I can. 2053 is a critical year for African Americans in the United States. Okay. It has been reported over and over again, starting in 2017, that if we do not change the way we are handling our finances and generational wealth, that the median wealth of the African American family will be zero.
Hmm.
If that does not stop you in your tracks, ladies and gentlemen, I do not know what will. So
Hmm.
right now is the time. We have less than 33 years to get our act right, or our kids are going to pay the price.
Hmm.
Grandchildren are going to pay the price. Great grandchildren are going to pay the price. So I don't want to be the little Debbie Downer, but I want to put that fact out there. Like, if you have multiple researchers telling you this, it's time to take heed to the warning. Okay, now is the time. You have plenty of avenues. You have plenty of people reaching out, extending their hands to you, offering information and opportunity. It's on you as an individual to take it. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this with my favorite quote. Y'all probably don't heard this multiple times. It's okay, but I'm going to end it again with my favorite quote, which is Arthur Ashe. He is the legend, right? And he says to start where you are and use what you have, do what you can. Y'all have a great night. Thank you, ladies, for coming out and participating with me and giving up some information to everyone. Please, please, please reach out to either myself, Miss Jamie, Miss Queen, if you have any questions. I hope y'all have a great night and an even better weekend. All right. Bye, y'all.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you, Queen.
Bye. Bye, Jamie.
Bye.
Yeah.